All right, and we're back for another week of Monster Hunter Barovia. Last week we ended up meeting up with some major players in the story with Irina and Ismark, and met up with some other folks with, poor Mad Marian losing her daughter who went missing a few weeks ago. But aside from that, the players decided to help out Ismark and Irina bury her dad at the church before they left, where they stumbled upon good old Father Donovich, who was housing his son Doru, and who, unfortunately, due to a failed raid, became a vampire spawn. Our players were able to persuade poor Doru to give himself up, and sadly, they had to, well, for lack of a better sense, put him out of the poor lad's misery.
They did nothing. Vika did.
Yes, yes, she did.
Yeah.
It was a mercy kill.
It was what?
A mercy kill.
It is not one that I personally feel super great about.
No, definitely not.
Player, I am not proud of any of that.
Yeah.
I was.
Sorry, Vika. You kind of cut out. And you're coming in a little quiet. I'm not entirely sure if the mic needs to be moved closer or whatnot.
Is that
I can barely make out what you're saying.
weird? Better, worse?
Oh, yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Okay.
So after this point, I believe Salith was going to deliver the unfortunate news to to the good father here, and we'll see how that ends up going. Players, are there any points of
Weren't you gonna say? Weren't you gonna say he dead skis finger guns? He dead skis
That was the
fan.
plan,
Yeah,
yes.
this was a joke.
Nope, that's what you decided on. Do that.
He dead skis fam finger guns.
Oh,
No
God.
takebacks.
I'm on the wrong map. Which one should we be on currently?
Oh, let me just go and kick you guys over to the force players to current map, and then current view. So yeah, poor Vika will now have to live with the memory of slowly patting the young lad's head after she put a spike through him. So, good old stake through the heart, body go limp. Look at the flowers.
In fairness, she was also the one who was insisting that people kill her if she stayed a werewolf.
Yeah, fair point.
At least she, sticks to her beliefs.
Finger guns.
You know who else sticks to your beliefs? The guy that you just killed.
Oof.
There was a better joke in there, but I'm too tired to make it.
I very much relate to that.
Something about a low stakes joke. Nothing? Okay, it was bad. I know it was bad.
Oh, I'll allow it.
All right. Is there anything that the party down in the Undercoff would like to do before we switch it over to Salith and let him try to break the terrible news to Padre there?
Padre didn't really seem very into it. And by it, I mean sanity.
Yeah, and lucidity.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Salith, as you approach the father up on top, you overhear both Ismark and Irina talking about funeral rites for their dad, and he looks at you as like, "Excuse me, what is there? Well, what about my son? The scream stopped all of a sudden. Is he all right?"
Are you aware of what's happening? I'll ask him and I'll take his hand.
He goes, "What do you mean?"
Your son didn't make it, but yet he's passed.
Passed? What do you mean he's passed? I I swear my prayers were being heard. I could feel the Morning Lord's radiance starting to come through. It was only a matter of time before he was going to be returned.
I don't. I don't think that was possible. I think he was too far gone, and he was suffering.
You start seeing his eyes start welling up, and he slumps to the ground and breaks out in a loud sob. He remembers something about my boy, and it's like, what have they done? They've killed my boy, and he just sits there and weeps, weeps quite loudly.
I will stay and comfort him.
Yep. By now, the party should have had enough time if they were gonna go back upstairs. They probably would have seen the priest, sobbing. Ismark and Irina both, just kind of look at each other, and you can actually see that their expressions are, full of anguish and sadness as well.
Seeing all that, Vika looks absolutely distraught and just walks out of the front of the cathedral to stand outside for a bit.
Parrot will follow suit.
As does Tilda. She's very uncomfortable with feelings.
Lyndon sits on a broken chair, thinking to himself, this is not as comfortable as the chairs in the house that was a figment of his imagination.
The father basically just sits there and weeps even more so, and he basically just waves off. He's like, "Leave me. There's nothing left for me in this world." He murmurs to himself that the Morning Lord, is nothing but a lie. That he doesn't have his father. It seems like he's pretty much lost his faith at this point.
Yeah, I just kind of follow suit. I mean, I know what it's like to lose a child to dark forces, but this dude was lost anyway.
No. Both Irina and Ismark give their condolences, and Irina just pulls out, something out of her satchel. Looks like a dried up and pressed flower, and she just lays it on the altar, and both of them just end up walking out of the church themselves. And yeah, you guys are all sitting in eventually. I would assume the rest of the party would kind of just follow suit and just meet on the outside.
Yep, I'll head outside.
Yeah, I'll leave this guy to his devices.
We should probably try and put as much distance between us and this place as we can.
Well,
Would we not agree?
remember we came here to bury the burgomaster.
Well, I don't know who he's going to be burying anytime soon. He seems pretty. This is not going to be a good time for him either.
Both Irina and Ismark go ahead and go. Just give us an hour, and they both pick up their dad's body and carry it to the back where the cemetery is.
Vika follows. She is more than usually aware of how long it takes to dig a grave.
Oof.
And goes to help.
Okay, yeah. Takes with a couple of people's assistance, you find some shovels in the back where the cemetery is leaning up against the iron gate in the back. The ground being soft from rain that has fallen recently, the ground isn't too tough, and you're able to get the whole dugout in a reasonable amount of time. They lower the body, and after they cover it up, Irina and Ismark look at each other, comfort each other with a hug and tears, and they're like, Irina says, hopefully next time we're back here, it'll be while I'm still alive and that monster taken care of. And Ismark just nods, holds a silent vigil for a few minutes. It's like, okay, I have nothing left to do in this town. So looks like they're ready to go and head out into the wilds, along with the rest of you, unless you guys need to take care of any other business in Barovia.
I think we got everything else covered last time.
All right. All right. So we will go ahead and exit town. Nothing of interest as you leave. Just same old stuff happening with folks that are just watching you pass through. You can kind of see shadowy figures as you all end up pass by houses and windows, and kind of hearing the soft steps of people walking through the house as you're passing through. And not too long, it's probably mid-morning, sometime between halfway towards what would be considered the high point of the day, and you're back on the forest path. All right. So, as you guys are walking, are there anything the group wants to address to either another party member or to Irina or Ismark?
Currently, not for me.
Okay.
Vika is just unusually quiet. Oh, hang on. Quinn has something. He had to go grab something and came back.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I would talk to Vika. How are you doing?
How do you think?
Not good. Look, I know that had to have been hard for you, but you know that it was the right thing to do, right?
Just because it is the right thing does not make it the easy thing.
Oh, of course not, but what we are here to do is to take care of these things, and it had to be done.
I have no doubt that what I have done has saved the lives of other innocents, but that boy, he was a victim. He had not hurt anybody, and it is not something that I can justify with saying that he was monster, because he had not caused hurt yet. But knowing what he was and knowing that he had no control, he would hurt someone. And if I allowed that to happen, then that would be on me. That would be my fault. I'd rather the blood of one innocent on my hands than the blood of many.
I feel like I kind of let you down. I should have been the one to do that. So
No, that is unacceptable. To ask you to kill a man's child, I could not do this. I know what you have suffered, and I know what you have lost. This is not something I would ask of you.
I'm just sorry that you have to bear that burden.
It is something that must be done. There is no one else to do so.
At the moment that you say that, if anyone cares to, you can go ahead and make a perception roll.
21.
Is Vika included in that?
Yeah.
5.
15.
17.
8.
14.
All right. Anyone with a 15 or higher, you catch for a brief moment that Irina was gently, brushed. Like it looked like she was brushing her hair past, but you can tell that she was kind of brushing just slightly against where her bites were marked as soon as Vika was talking about, the whole bit about taking one innocent life to protect many, and that kind of just resonated with her a little bit.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do this again.
All right. Any other conversations? Okay.
Well, Reno, what do we know about those bites? I mean, they're cut. They supposedly came from straw. Is there like a this is one of those like situations where it's like third time around is bad. Is that what? Uh, no offense, but something we might need to know a little bit about.
If I remember correctly, who got the stuff with that? It was Etrix, and was it also?
Dietrich and I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just double check here. I don't. Okay. So I just refreshed the rules on that. So essentially, it would have to be that Arena would have to be killed, with Strahd completely killing her as he draws her blood, and then she would end up becoming. Would eventually the next night she would transform into a spawn and eventually into a true vampire, um, over a course of time. So essentially,
So I guess what Lyndon's getting at. Does she know what's going on, or is this something that like Etrix and I probably know from our research?
Etrix and you would know, but it doesn't seem like she's, not too familiar as to her fate, as if she was going to end up as Doru just by being bitten, or the whole cause of it. She's apparently there's not a whole lot of talk about how people become vampires since it happens, on a rare occasion. Like Strahd doesn't do this enough, to where people can see what happens.
Well, long story short, she doesn't really know what's going on.
Right.
Okay. So asking her that question probably comes up like she's really confused.
Yeah, she's under the impression that, at any point she could end up becoming, a vampire, since she knows very little about vampirism, and what the course of action would be in order for her to become like Dora, a vampire spawn.
Does she seem to be anywhere near the same uh, stages that he was?
No, as far as she knows, that she still, as far as she knows, she hasn't been killed by him. Like, I guess Strahd has left enough in her to just to weaken her, but not kill her. So she knows she's definitely hasn't been killed, but at this point, she doesn't know if the next attack will be her last.
How are they outfitted?
So with Ismark, he has he looks like he's just got some general, like Ismark looks like he has the wear and tear of someone who's actually been fighting. Like he has, armor on, a split mail, and he has, pretty fine, keen blade. It's not magical or anything of that nature. Irina, on the other hand, she has just your standard breastplate and a rapier, but they don't have, well, not rapier, but probably a longsword from the, character I'm seeing here. So they're armed, but you can tell that the only combat they've seen is just dealing with the random attacks that happen at their village. If that gives you enough information.
Um,
I was just wondering if they were like a civilian and like, or would be able to like hold up in a fight.
I mean, Ismark definitely looks like he can go toe to toe with probably anything that you guys can fight with. Irina, because of how drained and tired she is, she can probably defend herself, but someone that you just don't want to throw in the forefront of an attack.
While we are walking, um, well, I didn't roll that good. I'm going to attempt to do something that I've never done before. Um, I need to talk to Etrix and Quinn without letting Arena and Ismark know I'm talking about them. So I kind of think really hard about it, and for lack of a better term, I use my psionic power to try to reach out and whisper to the both of them.
Oh, this will be fun.
Yeah, Quinn's gonna take that great.
Yeah.
And so, what did you end up rolling? Was that a 1?
Well, yeah, it just means I only have it for an hour.
Oh, okay.
So all it is you spend a psionic point, and you can choose up to people equal to your proficiency bonus. I only have 2 proficiency, and I have communication with them within a mile.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Like message on steroids.
Right. So yeah, it's useful for a rogue, especially if they're scouting. Hey, not really sure how this is going to come through. Quinn and Etrix, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Etrix won't say anything and just look at you curiously, and will just respond in his mind with, "Yes."
What the hell?
I'm sorry, Quinn. Listen, I was trying to convey a message. I guess this is part of that. I think this is something I can do now. We need to talk about our strategy with Arena and with the situation that she's under right now. Etrix and I, we should probably get together to strategize about her situation. It seems as though she's we haven't really been able to talk about the vampire curses and all that good stuff. Terrible stuff. But we need to, while we're out in the open, we need to plan on, Strahd could come at any time, to be fair, I would imagine. He could come in many forms. Especially at night, we're going to have to be very steadfast on our watches. Etrix, do you agree with this?
I've actually been doing much thinking about this. I didn't want to mention it in front of everyone, but I had a few thoughts on Strahd's obsession with her. One, he apparently is attracted to her beauty. If she may be able to escape his eyes without death, but that is a decision she must make on her own.
Well, what do you mean when you say that?
Well, if he no longer saw her as beautiful, then he may no longer be interested.
That seems a little extreme.
Yeah, that's a bit dark. You're a strange type of doctor. Although, I mean, maybe you do the kind of doctor where you rework people's faces or something. I don't know.
Well, the other option is we kill her, which I would not like to do.
Well, that's a
We
terrible
will come
option.
to that if it comes to that. We've seen enough people dying for this.
Yes, if the other people of her town are suffering just for her existence in Strahd, then it's a weird choice. what is good, killing one or trying to save one and killing many?
What we can do is save the one. I blurt out loud.
Vika's head snaps around and she kind of like tilts her head, looking at Quinn in confusion.
Can I
Shake my head.
insight check Quinn to get an idea of what the fuck that was about?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I said, I don't wish to do any of these things. Hopefully, we can just save her.
9.
You kind of just think that he's thinking out loud to himself at this point. That nothing seems off about it, but you can tell that maybe he's thinking about the conversation he just had with Vika.
I'm just sitting here randomly, just like with my head down, just like my eyes darting back and forth, kind of like angrily.
He's our typical brooding.
I just turn around and I like turn to Lyndon and just shout out loud, "What we can do is save the one." And then I just like head back in the same pace I was going at. Just kind of like trying to get in front of the group and just, like going.
Vika looks like quickly between Lyndon and Quinn, and then back to Lyndon, and kind of narrows her eyes a little bit. And like stares real hard at the general area where she remembered the tentacles came out.
Parrot's gonna kind of just be twiddling some like fiery energy and looking out of the corner of his eye.
Not that I don't disagree. At this point, I'm just trying to bring up like we need to be. Listen, I don't believe she's some victim. I'm not treating her that way. I think she's not. She can defend herself as well, so I'm not treating her as some helpless victim. Lord knows I know all about that. And I don't like being treated like I'm some, somebody's ward to be taken care of. I know she can defend herself. At least from what I gather, she's trained herself, and she has a bearing of someone that can defend herself. But we need to be prepared for these things. Just the way that I think out in the open we're at the most. I'd like to think in the open we're going to be at our most vulnerable. So we're just making sure, but I just don't want to be having these conversations in front of her where she feels really offended because. Trust me, I know when people are having conversations about me, it does not make me very happy in front of me.
Yes, I do agree.
So we're going to be able to get through this, but we just need it will require some coordination and some talking and some planning.
We will need many watches. Strahd could very easily attack us at night.
I'm also very interested to see what kind of training she's had, so it might be worth testing her in some way. I mean, nothing like serious or anything, but just seeing how much power she has in her.
Do you hear yourself?
Do I hear myself?
This woman is beaten down. She is desperate. She is scared. She is being sacrificed for the greater good for her town. And she lost her father because of it. I'm tired of seeing this. I personally have seen too many people sacrificed for this monster. No more.
I am in your corner on this. I'm just saying that we're just trying to be prepared. She might be an ally to us now. Same thing with this Ismark fella, too. We should probably figure out if he's able to hold himself in a fight or anything.
Well,
What we're here for.
They said they've held off a werewolf attack, did they not? They must have some type of skills.
Well, I'm just putting it out there. That's something that it's a conversation that I might need to bring up. It might be a topic worth breaching. But anyways, I'll let you stew on all that. We just got to be extra careful about everything that can approach. Vampires can show up in many different forms.
All right. Anything else in that conversation?
I think that's all for now.
Okay. All right. All right. So I would assume probably an hour outside of town. Anything else that you guys want to chat about as you guys keep moving throughout the day? Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and roll and see what kind of encounter we're gonna get today.
Actually, I do have a question.
Sure.
When we were discussing like stuff with like the Vistani and all of that, and Salas started looking a little uncomfortable. Did Vika notice any of that? I cannot remember.
I believe you said normally she would. However, she's kind
That's
of in
right.
her head.
That's right. You're right. Thank you. I could not find it in my notes.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, that's an 8. All right, let me see what's Oh, alrighty then. That's
A magical wind whisks us
Super.
to our
It's super comforting when you do that, Sal.
magical wind whisks us to our destination with no problems.
I'm on board with this. Let's do that.
all right. Let me.
Does a magical unicorn come racing down from the heavens on a rainbow bridge to, whisk us away from all of this?
Shows us the way to Candy Mountain.
It
No,
just automatically levels us up to level 20.
no, and
And takes us to the not the hidden cow level.
I'm sorry. There's no cal
We
level.
have to go to Candy Mountain to meet the Banana King.
You're the Punana King.
Whoa.
You're like a constant downer, huh?
See if I've got.
Put a banana in your ear.
A banana in my ear.
Oh, that's.
Got him.
Alrighty. So as you probably about another hour or two, as the sun gets to its highest point, you see that the mist thickens, and as it thickens, you hear the clattering of hooves. However, the sound of those hooves doesn't sound normal. It seems like it's lighter and it's a bit draggy. And out through the mist, you see a skeletal war horse and a rider, both clad in ruined chainmail. The skeletal rider holds up a rusted lantern that sheds no light. He moves just directly down the line, not paying any mind to your approach.
Uh, probably if we hear him coming, I would recommend that we clear off the road.
Okay. You guys are just
Yeah, I
gonna
think that's a good idea. I would probably do the same.
I'd like to communicate to everyone. I feel like we could just, if possible, just avoid this entirely.
It's the plan.
Yep.
Let's just hope that Vika with the 2 left hooves does not ruin it for everybody.
I'm going to, as I step off to the side, I want to cast Mage Armor myself.
Oh shit, you right? Oh no, mine is already running, I believe.
All right, so these guys follow suit as well. As the rider moves back, you hear like dry, a dry, rough voice going, "The way out. Where is the way out?" And just passes by you. Um, I want all of you to go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw now.
14.
Oh, did I mute a Jen?
7.
23.
Yeah, I think I would have muted Jen.
16.
That's a disadvantage.
12. Though I am immune to fear.
5.
All right, anyone with a 10 or over, you get the chilling sensation that that could have been your fate had you chose to run back through the mists. And you're slightly shaken for about 10 seconds as you're shivering from the realization that, you probably could have made a very fatal mistake.
Oh, spooky.
Oopie.
How terribly horrifying.
Sounds sarcastic.
I realized it did come out that way, but that's not what I meant.
That's why I was laughing, just because I knew that wasn't the inflection you were going for.
Yeah, that's not scary. Just, riding on your horse till the end of time and till nothing remains. Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, that's horrifying.
I'm so scared, guys.
Yeah. As soon as he passes, no more than about 10 seconds later, the fog goes back to, its lightly dense nature that you're more accustomed to in this land. More of a normal for this type of area sort of thing as you guys proceed along. Nothing happens for the remainder of the day. Um, at which point, are you guys going to have any conversations in the afternoon, or are you guys just going to keep walking until nightfall where you make camp?
I think I've said what I feel I need to say.
Same.
Yep.
I'm going to be pretty somber still, kind of remembering things that happened to me.
Alrighty. So yeah, you managed to make it through the rest of the afternoon um, without any other events. You might hear some birds flying overhead, or maybe just the sound of bugs in the side. But aside from that, you guys make it to nightfall, and you guys can go ahead and set up for camp. Are you guys gonna build campfire or anything like that? Or are you guys gonna try to keep it as low profile as possible?
No campfire. Everybody just goes straight to sleep. Wait.
That sounds like the perfect plan. Let's do that. And that time, my inflection was not off.
All right, we got our plan. All right, I will take first watch.
I'll take second.
Yeah,
Roll
me
the
and
guy.
who's
I would like to take first watch with Quinn.
yeah, Salif and I will be on the same watch.
Then I guess that leaves me on third.
I'll join her.
Doubling up.
So these freeloaders are just gonna sleep.
By freeloaders, you mean like one person
Alright,
and then also
yeah.
the two people?
And in his defense, he tried to talk, but he's muted.
No, I wasn't thinking. I meant Escar.
I
No,
feel like
two.
that is Kenku all over. They try to talk, but they can't.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I meant to say that I would also take the last watch.
Yeah, Ismark and Irina are fine with whatever you feel would be best suited for their talents. They don't mind taking a watch with someone.
You were the ones hired by them. I feel like, well, maybe hired is too strong a term, but
Yeah. I guess Etrix and I are taking the first watch.
All right. So yeah, you guys figure out your watch order at this point, and then and are you guys gonna be so just so I for flavor text and everything, are you guys actually setting up a campfire that's just embers or with an actual flame, or or are you guys not doing any type of
I'll
heat?
try and make I would pull us off to the side of the road, try and find a place that's hidden along the side, and this ain't Quinn's first rodeo, so try to find a place where I could find us shelter so that we could make a small fire, so that we can eat, not because it's cold, right?
Yeah, it's a very chilled environment. Like not enough to create frost, but it's definitely not a summer evening. You're probably thinking of like an early spring evening or something to that effect, temperature wise, or a fall evening.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely feel like having warmth the thing that we should do. So yeah, I'm gonna try and find a place where we can do that, not just in the middle of the road. Also, where are we?
So if I remember correctly, you guys said that you were going to take the high road into Valaki, correct? Past Kevin?
Yeah, we are going to Valaki for these guys.
Yeah. So there was my understanding was that you guys were going to uh, take the direct approach, right? You were going to stick to the main road and walk all the way through.
I believe so.
Because I didn't hear anything to the contrary, like the roundabout way or anything. I thought I heard you guys were going to take the main road towards the south of the castle and then work your way up north and then directly west from there.
Because it would be the most expedient choice, I believe.
Yeah,
was
we
where
want to
we're
try and
looking at.
get there as quick as possible.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that route was going to take you about 2.5 days to get to Valaki at that route, if I did the math right, because it wasn't like counting up all the hexes. I think I counted out to be about 2.5 days on a normal walking distance.
So, on the map, we'd be, what, just, past the Surpool?
Yeah,
The Sur Falls?
yeah, probably somewhere between Sarpool and Sur Falls, more than likely.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and Quinn or anyone else helping me out with setting up camp. Go ahead and roll me a survival check, please.
Survival. I can do survival.
Bottle. Not much. 8.
I can natural 1.
This is a shitty camp.
Love it.
Well, at least you have a Matilda there.
You got some, really soaked wood. The fire is, sputtering and smoking, and I don't know. There's, a hornet's nest above us.
Matilda is one of those
fine.
things where she taps on the shoulder and shakes her head and then points to the actual place, and same thing with the parrot. She just nods her head no and moves him in the right spot. Yeah, with at least one of you, with your combined score, that'll be fine. Yeah, you guys are able to make a secluded enough camp to where you're you're hiding within some high brush and some trees to reduce visibility, and you're able to make your fire hot but not create a large enough light source to where you're easily detected. And thankfully, or unthankfully, depending how you look at it, the fog provides you at least some minor cover as well. So, as you're uh, eating and enjoying your evening meal, you feel another chill in the air, and I need you to once more make me another wisdom saving throw.
This would be everybody.
Yep.
12.
14.
14.
3.
Oof.
Oh,
18.
okay. Well, that's not too bad. All right. Anyone with
I rolled
15?
the natural 20.
Yeah. Anyone with a 15 or over, you're fine, but the rest of you, you start feeling your neck starting to tighten and you start gasping for air. You see that Irina is clenching onto her neck, shrieking in pain, and Ismark uh, is in the same position as the rest of your party members, yeah, with clenching his neck, gasping for air. You hear a stern voice, and it seems like it's coming from all directions, but more than likely you're hearing it within your own mind. Ah, my adversaries and my prey. It seems like the game has started, my dear Arena. I look so forward to seeing how this will play out. And as for the rest of your companions, welcome to my domain. I do hope that your travels will not end so soon. I've been waiting a long time for you, hunters. The fire erupts in a blue flame that, you know, probably about sitting about 10 to 15 feet high, and it's like, welcome to Barovia. And you hear a laughter that sets your stomach, down low, like a very sinking feeling, and you feel a cold sweat running through your head for anyone who did not get that 15 or higher will save. Those of you who did get the will save, you just feel a slight bit of nervousness, as you definitely can tell that whatever you're dealing with is not your ordinary run-of-the-mill vampire or other monster. A few seconds afterwards, you're able to breathe normally again. The fire returns back to its low burning embers, and you're able to uh, slowly regain complete control of your senses.
That was bracing.
And this was like when? Like
As
we were all awake?
Yeah, you guys were all awake, just enjoying your your dinner essentially. Just kind of, you know, seemed like seems like this happened as you guys were finishing up dinner, getting ready to start your watches.
So, that doesn't make too much sense. I mean, uh, he's just showboating at this point. I don't like. I can't he just? I don't know. There must be something about him. We've got to learn more about his situation because when he come right after you,
Get to the point. He gets. The Vistani told us this, yes? That he brings people like us here for fun. It is not fun if he simply appears the moment we are here and kills us. If he wished to simply kill, then he would have killed everybody in this place already. It is more fun to taunt us, to feed off of our fear and terror, to see which of us break first.
I mean, I got all that. I was just saying, I don't know. It seems like we're out in the open. Like, who knows?
Everywhere in these places out in the open.
If you got any better ideas, I'm open to suggestions.
I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out his game. Exactly what's going on. I mean, didn't they say one of those card readings was like we would learn the secrets of his background and origin and all that blah blah blah? If I recall.
That was one of them, yeah.
I mean, maybe there's something that we can akin from that I don't know, might give us a little bit of more understanding. But I'll be a little bit baffled for a time in that he's just going to be playing around. But I'm still worried about. Yeah, we're still staying steadfast, or we're doing what we're doing. So.
Yep. You can tell that Arena is a little bit beside herself, and um, she kind of takes notice of the scarf that she has around her neck, and she ends up unraveling it quickly. And even the little ember light, you can see that there's a quite a bit of blood on there, even though the wound on her neck doesn't look like it's actively bleeding. She ends up just kind of taken aback by it and shaking, and pulls out a different cloth to wrap around her neck.
Have a look at our two guests. Has this happened before?
Yes, not to this extent. Normally, it's just maybe a drop or, just a smidge, but never to this extent.
Well, hopefully this message means he won't attack us tonight.
She nods solemnly.
Yeah, he needs to.
Him personally, perhaps not, but his servants, perhaps yes. Perhaps yes.
Yeah, we'll just need to. We definitely need to keep our eyes open.
I want to try something. Uh, I'm going to approach uh, Arena, and I'm going to point at her neck, and like my eyes, I want to like point to just like, can I look at that?
She nods reluctant. She kind of just looks at you and she thinks she understands, and she kind of just gives you a gentle nod.
All right, I'm gonna wait for her to actually show me,
Yeah.
thinking that she understood.
Oh, yeah. She just pulls down the cloth around her neck and exposes it to you.
Okay, I want to try and prep an Eldritch Blast, but imbue it with a little bit of fire energy. See if I can maybe cauterize it or try and do something to it.
That's a wonderful idea.
I'm not gonna blast it. I just want to use the energy from it to kind of try and cauterize it.
All right, go ahead and roll me an arcane check.
Fuck! Can I roll a decent number?
Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's like my natural 1 on the fucking survival check. Like, I swear to God, like, I rolled a 1 on my survival check, and like, oh, let's see who knows about vampires. And I'm like, okay, let me roll with advantage, and I rolled a 1 and a 2.
God.
It's like failing the things I'm supposed to be good at.
Well, my Arcana check isn't terrible. I've got a +2, but I don't think I've rolled over a 5 tonight.
Jesus. So as you try to apply your heat magic to it, you end up causing some sort of reaction that blasts you back 5 feet and deals 2 points of necrotic damage to you.
And do I happen to notice anything from that?
Yeah, you notice that bite mark is essentially a do not touch zone with at least uh, your type of magic.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to her and kind of like bow apologetically, and kind of just stomp off at the moment.
Yeah, she kind of just says sorry. All right. Anything else before you guys start your watches?
No.
All right. So first watch. Let's see if the dice like you or not. All right. Get on the first watch. Nothing happens. Pretty quiet, cold night. Second watch. Ah. All right. Who's on second watch?
That was,
Me?
yep, Salith and
Yeah. So during second watch, Salith, I spend another psionic point to make my psionic link with you,
Cool.
and it just we don't have to RP this. I'm just letting you know like this is something I could do. And usually during like I think like during our watch, I'll keep my psionic we'll keep this up so we can communicate. We don't have to potentially wake other people, but B, not let other people know what the hell's going on outside of here either. So
I will cast a message back and say, "This is very cool."
you don't even need a cast message back
I
because
know.
it's locked in. But
Oh, wow, this is an odd thing to do, but all right, I get it. Both Salith and Lyndon, roll me a perception check.
I ate it here too.
Nice.
What do you got for us, Lyndon?
nice. 20.
Ooh.
Oh, 20? Okay. All right, so Lyndon, you get to see this, which may or may not be good for your character. Um, as the mists start to shift in the middle of the night, as you're looking at your surroundings, you see essentially just enough moonlight pierce through and illuminate a large stone, probably about 20 feet ahead of you.
Illuminate a large stone.
Yep.
Okay. Any more information about said stone, or does it just look like it's
It looks similar to what people would use for a grave marking, but you haven't noticed it up until now, just for the fact that there was just enough light from a little bit of the moonlight that got through the clouds. It finally showed up, and it grabs your attention pretty. You know, it grabs your attention pretty well.
I'll let Salith know I'm going to go investigate it real quick. There's a light over here. I'm going to investigate. I'll just sneak on over.
Sure.
This will be a good chance to. I'll be able to communicate with you and be stealthy at the same time. It'll be hoot.
Cool. Good luck.
I'll go ahead and stealth over there.
Okay. Yeah. So you go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Of course. Oh, brother. 12.
I mean,
My mage had to follow along with him.
you make it probably about a good 10 to 15 feet. You hear, a random twig snap underneath, and you're just like, oh, okay. Double check, nothing.
I mean, to be clear, anything above a 10 is really good. Like, that's like above average. So
you
like it's not like the average thing still like has a hard time seeing a 12. So
sure. So as you finally make it to the grave, nothing actually ends up happening, but you end up finding that the ground is soft, as if something was buried pretty recently, and the gravestone itself is so weathered that you can't actually make out any markings of any language that you're aware of. It's so poorly deteriorated that it's really more like just a almost smooth stone at this point.
So you're telling me that's a gravestone?
Yep.
Salith, did you know that we camp near a gravestone?
After he points it out, was this stone here the whole time?
No, in fact, when you guys were setting up camp and looking for an area, you definitely know that one of the three people making camp would have definitely have seen this.
Oh, so we just
It weren't me.
We have gravestones popping out of nowhere. That's great. That's why the earth's so soft. I'm just gonna bugger off now.
F, can I You said he didn't recognize any language. Would I? I assume it was just like you. What you meant was there's no like discernible figures that you could even attempt to make his language.
Right. It is so worn that there's no way you can discern it.
Well, this really just amplifies what I already wanted to do, which was pray. And I'll say, well, I can't. I don't feel you here the same way that I feel you back home. There's something about this place. I feel like it's tucked away. even their own god, the Sun Father,
The Morning
I
Lord.
can't remember his name.
The Morning Lord.
Morning Lord, Sun Father. He's the sun doesn't even come out. It's like he doesn't even exist here.
I mean, you've seen the sun briefly, so I don't know if that. It was a brief, like, few seconds, but you did see it.
That feels like not enough for a place where the
Oh,
Morning
okay.
Lord is the predominant religion. But yeah, I know that you're not gone, but I just feel lonely, especially with knowing that he's watching us. That he has easier access to me. I fucking hate it here. It's just my amen, essentially.
Did you pick out a deity to pray to?
Yes, I did.
I'm having a hard time finding on your character sheet.
May DM it to you.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it somewhere.
Oh no, I don't have it on my character sheet specifically. I can add it there. I had it in my backstory.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, I feel like you've told me, but I don't see it on. I thought it was gonna be on the sheet. So. Okay, let me double check here. Okay.
I can add that stuff onto the character sheet if it makes it easier.
Yeah, just for let's see here. Let me see if I can get a see here. Trying to see if there's a. Trying to see if she actually just has a symbol that represents her. Oh, it looks like the three, like a symbol of air. There it is. Okay. So, as you say that solemn prayer to Avandra, the symbol appears in your head, and you can start seeing that the top of the crest starts to fade just slightly in your head.
What the fuck? Praying is supposed to make you feel better.
Yep. So.
I'm just very quiet for the rest of this.
So Sayla, I reckon, should we pass this along to the people who wake up? I am in no way encouraging digging up that grave. By the way, I'm in no way encouraging.
Should we wake them up and let them know? Is this like a significant enough development to potentially?
Well, it's pretty batty, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I'm not saying we have to wake them up. I just think when we shift over, we'll keep an eye on it, and when we move over our shift, we'll just let them know that we were just having a good time, sitting in the middle of the misty Deathland, and then all of a sudden we had a magical gravestone come out of the ground, just peeping its head out. I think that's a fair thing, and then I'm just gonna knock off then.
Did you see it come out of the ground, or did you just like notice it?
No, no, I just noticed it, but I'm just saying. Saying.
All right, yeah. Nothing happens for the rest of your shift. Are you guys going to mention that to third shift?
Can I like religion check to see if like I've ever heard of anything like this happening?
Yeah.
Like if this is the presence of some deity. I hate this game. I got a 10.
You, for the life of you, you can't really put together if this is something like a trickster god would do, or even a god of death would do specifically in this domain, since it seems like the deities don't work in the same realm, but something's messing with the fact that something is putting these objects in front of you like this.
Okay, and feel free to tell me no because this is a stretch. I like to, for lack of a better term, just kind of vibe check this item with like Arcana to like with my knowledge of magics and how it happens with me to see if this has any of that kind of thing to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can roll me an Arcana check to see if your abilities are in sync with this.
15.
You kind of feel that at least for the most part, it feels closer to some matter of transmutation, but the specifics of the magic are a little bit hard to grasp with your speciality with what you do.
Okay, cool. And I will not take my eyes off this stone for the rest of the time I'm on watch.
Okay. All right. Well, nothing happens unless there's anything else. So you guys can go ahead and report your findings to whoever's on the third watch.
Yeah, I believe it's Vika, Vika, Tilda, and Parrot. Yeah, I go over. We wake them up or whatever for their watch, and when they wake up officially, I look at them. I'm like, well, actually, I start looking at them like I'm talking to them, but I'm still like, I'm getting confused with talking in my mind and talking verbally, which is hilarious. So I probably just look at them for a moment, like for about 30 seconds, trying to talk to them, even though I think they're in my head. So I probably just look at them like really weird.
So, like normal.
Would you be talking to me like would our link still be active and I'm hearing all of
Yeah,
it?
yeah, probably.
I'll say outside voice, Lyndon.
Oh, right. We were just sitting here up at night, and just letting you know, there's a type of gravestone that just came out of nowhere. I just noticed it in the middle of the night. I'm pretty sure y'all would have found it when we camped here. So just let you know that that's a thing, and I'm off to bed.
So you're saying that the gravestone appeared in our camp in the middle of the night, and you didn't think this was important to tell the rest of us?
Well, it was just outside the camp, and it is important enough that I'm telling you now. It did not seem that it was doing anything out of the ordinary. It's entirely up to you if you want to interfere with it, but
I'm sorry, it's not doing anything out of the ordinary, but it just showed up.
Listen,
moving, appearing gravestones are out of the ordinary in and of themselves.
Listen, if you think that everything is crazy all the time, we've seen so many crazy things. My point is that if we want to deal with it in the morning, we can. Just keep an eye on it. That's what me and Salith did. Nothing bad happened. And I didn't do anything. I didn't touch it without anybody's permission. I feel like that was the best thing to be doing.
Vika starts putting on her armor as quickly as she can, and goes over and nudges Quinn a couple of times.
I think we did the right thing, Linda.
And eats.
I just sigh deeply.
In my
gravestone
telepathic
in the middle of the night, and Lyndon did not think it was important to tell us that a real gravestone appeared in middle of night.
It wasn't immediately pressing, is what the conclusion that we came to. It's definitely significant.
Yeah, I was just sitting there, and in the middle of the moonlight, it just revealed this thing. It was like mysterious. It's not like it grew out of the ground or anything.
Yeah, it's kind of like on a scale of the other things that we've seen, this one didn't seem as like high priority. It's not like, oh no, werewolves. I feel like considering that we need to travel, rest is important. We thought it would be okay.
I mean, is it still there, Sal? Like, you
Oh,
can't
no.
even see it over there?
No, like you guys noticed that right before you started talking to the rest of the party, you don't see it any further.
God damn.
Oh, wait a minute. So what you're saying is that when he started informing Vika of this, the gravestone was already gone.
Yep.
Oh no.
Vika looks hard at Lyndon and then looks at Salith. I expected this from him, But you, Silas, you are supposed to be mature one. Why would you let him go on about this? Making up stories.
Making up. I was gonna be in the middle of saying I was like I thought it was the right call too, but like making up stories. What are you?
You
I
know
saw
he's
it.
not all right in the head. Why would you go along with this? Do not encourage the madness. You must ground him, ensure that he sees only reality.
Okay, I am now thinking about how funny it would be if I was just encouraging this the whole time, but there was a gravestone there.
Out of the corner of your eye, both Salith and Lyndon, as you guys are having that conversation, looking back and forth, trying to insinuate the the gravestone pops up one more time for a brief second, and then as soon as you look back, it's gone again.
That's a sixth sense of humor, sir.
All right. Listen, it was there. It was
I
there.
hate it here.
Salith,
It was
Say it.
not
Salith
there.
acknowledged it.
It was
Silas?
in your head. And Silas, I am disappointed in you for this kind of sick sense of humor.
I'm going to
Honestly.
grab Lyndon's arm and say, "It was in our head, comrade. It wasn't just you.
You
I
know,
saw it."
Stop this. You are encouraging his poor behavior.
Rico,
Yes?
with the things that we've seen here, I believe that it was a real thing they saw. It probably isn't just a thing in Lyndon's head, especially as Salith saw it at the same time. Something like this showed up in the middle of the night, and you did not deign to inform the rest of us. I do not want you taking watch anymore. Vika, Matilda, and I will lead these watches. You go to sleep.
I'll hold on here. No, I'll take a problem with that.
Well, you have your fucking problem. Go to sleep. I don't trust you anymore.
I'm tired of your bullshit and your questioning me of all the
To
time.
be honest, same.
This is getting out of hand.
If it was not in your head, and it really was there, the fact that neither of you felt it was important that a magically appearing gravestone appeared next to our camp and did not wake anyone up, this proves you are not mature enough to actually do this.
We merely made a different decision than you would have made. We have different opinions on the matter. However,
Your
you're not.
different opinion will get us all killed.
I was in the middle of saying you're not my father, and like I don't know who you think you are, telling me to go to sleep because I'm immature. I made a different decision than you. Relax.
Atrix will just like sit up and yawn and just be, what's happening?
Apparently, a magic gravestone appeared in the camp over the middle of the night, and these two thought it was perfectly fine not to wake anyone up.
All right, Vika, just first off, it was not in the middle of the camp. If it was in the middle of the camp, that would have been a problem. It was far off in the distance. I went to go investigate it, and it was there, and there was doing nothing. We checked it. We couldn't read it. It's not there anymore because it was in our head. It was some sort of figment of our imagination. Obviously, Strahd is fucking with us.
How's everybody standing? Just out of curiosity.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
I just woke up.
I want to know positioning. Like, what's going on here?
I'm sitting
Because
on the ground.
I figured you were passed out. I meant like are we like in a circle? How is this going on?
Yeah, we're probably standing near the camp or whatever.
I'll be near Lyndon.
Okay.
The way we're positioned is probably the way we would have been positioned, more or less.
Yeah, seems about right.
Okay. Well then, figuratively, I just like not necessarily anything crazy. I just kind of want to shoot a fireball-ish eldritch. I don't have fireball. Sorry, like a fiery eldritch blast in the air to kind of get everybody's attention because we're all arguing. So, is there anything I need to do specifically for that, or did I just shoot it straight in the
you
air?
just shoot straight in the air.
The
get
moment
everybody's
she sees
attention.
that, Vika like crouches down, pulls out her weapon, and starts looking around for like any danger.
Goes.
And I'm just gonna be like, Strahd, enemy, and then I'm gonna use illusion to put up like all of us as a group, and just say friends.
friends would not let friends sleep through magical tombstone near where they are sleeping for the night in unsafe, dangerous territory.
Thrall
It's not.
enemy. We friends.
It's not like we noticed this and said, "Huh, that's weird. Fuck it," and then like went to sleep or anything. I quite literally kept watch of it the whole time until you all woke up. We made different. We thought of it as different priorities, I suppose. We did what we could, and I honestly think that if we hadn't told you, you would have been none the wiser. So far, nothing has happened as a result. So
Strangely enough, if we had woken you up, it probably would have disappeared as soon as it would have happened, and we'd still be having the same conversation.
No, we will not be having.
No, fuck off. I am tired of you and both of your bullshit. You are going to kill me. Do you understand that? You talked about killing me. I'm done with it. I am perfectly myself. I am not some baby to be coddled, and I'm not someone to be murdered in their sleep. I'm the one that should not be trusting you because you might go off the handle and go, oh, Lyndon, he does the purple glass thing, the purple thing with the tentacles. We should probably just murder him in his sleep. Because you murdered a young man in a basement just a while ago, and you talked about doing other things later. I know it's in your goddamn heads, and I'm tired of it. So don't be accusing me of anything.
I'm fucking head as to what you're still doing here.
What I'm doing here is I'm helping you because we're in this together.
Are we
I'm just
now?
tired of your. You think I'm trying to undermine anything here? It just doesn't make any sense.
So how do you suggest we go from here?
I'm not. Did I criticize anything? Did I have any? I'm not being critical.
Yeah,
I am just.
You are starting this whole argument about how we are out to kill you now, and you can't sleep because we're going to put a stake in your back because of what we had to do back in town.
No, I'm
pointing
pointing out.
What your suggestion is for what we do in order to make this better.
I'm just pointing out that if I made a mistake, I made a mistake, and you don't go. I do not think it was a mistake, and I had Salith as a partner. It wasn't like I was by myself. You see what I'm saying? So you're not trusting me, and you're not trusting Salith. I trust all of you, implicitly. But I am a little scared from previous conversations.
You do not trust us.
Because there was a conversation before where you were ready to kill me. Were we not there for that about less than a week ago?
Coming out of your head, we did not know what happened to you in that place. All we knew is that they did something to your brain and implanted something in you.
I am quite aware of that. I'm just pointing out that I have my reasons to be. I have
considered doing to you was no different than what I told Quinn to do to me if we could not cure the werewolfism.
I understand that, and I was very reluctant about that whole situation too.
Our job is not to propagate the monster; it is to kill them. If we become them, then we must not continue.
Where was this gravestone?
Just for clarification purposes, it would have been about 25 feet south of your position in a clearing.
I'll walk over that way. Do I see anything?
You can see that there might. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, actually.
2.
You wouldn't notice the difference between disturbed earth and whatever's in front of you. It seems like just soft ground.
Okay, I'll walk back over. Well, if it was just an illusion spell, it seems to have done the job. No. I'll lay back down and go to sleep.
I'm just gonna point my wing straight at him and be like, and agreeing it.
They'll seem to have us at each other's throats for no good reason.
Vika just snorts, finishes putting on her armor, and turns her back to the fire and stares out of the darkness.
Was
Ready to
there
take her watch.
was there any color to the gravestone?
It was just your slate
Just
gray.
truly just unidentifiable. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I have a unique shape?
It just looks like just like a normal slab wood, just uh, the little round top with the flat sides.
That's it for me then. I'll re-up major armor on myself and go to sleep.
All right.
Yeah, I knock off as well.
Okay.
Tilda goes and sits in the same kind of general direction as Vika to awkwardly start watch.
I will just definitely be in a spot where I can watch the gravestone, but kind of keep an eye on everything.
Okay.
Where the gravestone was, I should say.
All right. You guys can all go and roll me a perception check as well.
22.
19.
That's definitely cocked, but 7.
So you don't notice it as quickly as the other two, but probably within about half an hour to 45 minutes worth of time of Salith and Lyndon falling asleep. There's a dim light that shows up in the middle, and you see the infamous gravestone show up for both Vika and Matilda in the same
Do I
direction.
notice anything magical when I do actually see it?
No, nothing magical. It just for you, it's like you blink your eye, and all of a sudden there's a gravestone that pops up that wasn't there before.
Vika immediately wakes up Quinn.
I'm just gonna sigh.
All right. Do I see the gravestone?
Yeah, it shows up this time.
All right. I will not take my eyes off of it and motion for people to wake the others. And I will not fucking lose eyes on that gravestone. And I'm going to go and see if I can glean any information about it.
Okay. For you, Quinn, compared to everyone else, this actually has your family who you buried. Their names are on this gravestone. Anyone else doesn't see it, but you see it on there.
Kind of lower my crossbow a little bit at the side of it. My hands shaking.
Quinn, what is wrong?
I think this is a message from me. Does the earth seem like disturbed at all, or
For you at least, now that you're in front of it, you do see that the ground does look like disturbed, like it was pretty recent.
I think we're right. This is Strahd messing with us.
Yeah. As you slowly walk away from the grave, you just hear, the words "Father, darling." Yeah, and then after that, the grave disappears.
What does it look like to the rest of us when the grave disappears?
It just slowly fades back out to where it's just nothing. Even the ground looks like it's back to being just like the normal ground, like around the camp and everything.
And I don't sense any magic at all. Nothing. It's just physical gravestone up and then gone.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing to really discern in terms of magic happening.
That's weird. Okay.
Yep. What do you guys do after that?
I try to sleep, but probably have a hard time of it.
All right. Any other reactions?
You could just
Yeah, there's no way my eyes are closing for the rest of the time we're here.
Well, we were on watch anyway.
Right.
All right. Anything else before you guys end your watch?
That is it.
Okay. Yep. You guys make it through the rest of the night. You guys all pretty much obtain a long rest, even though it doesn't feel like it. I'll go and grant you a long rest, um, even with the minor interruptions. Um, and the a dim light kind of takes over the land, and you can kind of start making out. The trees start losing their shadowy figure and become more distinct and detailed. And it's kind of like pretty much just right after dawn, in lack of a better term. Alright, so it's done of day 2 on the road. Any conversations, any banter that needs to be done before you guys start embarking further westward?
For sale, I feel like banter's at a minimum.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think last night kind of drained
Took the
everyone.
banter out of us.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. All right, you guys pick up camp. You guys get back on the road and start walking, and all right, and hour 1 in. Good, nothing happens. Hour 2, okay. What do I have in store for you now?
Werewolf.
Ooh, snake eyes.
Strahd shows up in the middle of the road, says he's bored, and now he wants to kill us all.
Up ahead on your left. Nothing.
All right, so you guys are back on the main road, I take it then? You guys weren't trying to travel through, like, the forest wooded area, correct?
Fastest path we can take to get there.
All right, so on the main road. All right, go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Wolf.
Oh, what a
19.
surprise. 15.
22.
Oh, 7.
Okay. How many? Oh, good lord.
Is it rude for a bard to play creepy music in a setting like this? Where we're just going down the road quietly?
I'm not entirely sure about that. 3d6 worth of.
Is he doing it satirically or intentionally?
Yes. Even he can't tell at this point.
Okay, that's actually a pretty.
Then it's a dick move.
I feel like all he's thinking is, this makes this mundane walking seem like it has purpose.
All right, I am not gonna create that many tokens for this random encounter because that's all.
Oh, God.
Excuse me?
This is a lot of people, so
I don't like the sound of any of this.
I
I know 2 tokens is a lot to create, but sometimes you have to for the encounter.
Can I lodge a formal protest?
Even though permit.
It's just 15 werewolves.
I mean,
uh,
it's so anyone with a 5 or over, you can see a dozen. You can see a dozen Barovians moving in your direction.
Should we give him a berth like we did with the horse fella?
Yeah, I feel like in any encounter that we can avoid is an encounter well spent.
Considering the last travelers we met on the road, I would say yes. Very, very wide berth.
All right.
I agree.
We'll
Alright.
cast Mage Armor.
Same.
Head
I'm just
off to
only
the
going to
side.
have one used first level spell slot for Mage Armor.
Same.
So, as you guys hear the sound of snapping twigs down from the road, you see several dark shapes in the fog. As they move closer to you, you can start making out the light of torches and pitchforks as they're moving at not exactly a fast break pace, but a pretty brisk one. They kind of just, I see you taken aback, but they kind of walk with you with a little bit of caution as they walk past you. You can see that they're also carrying large sacks and having hand carts as they're making their way likely towards the town of Barovia.
Making their way downtown, walking fast.
Oh no.
Oh god, we don't need that today.
Gonna see my fluffy dog.
Yeah, you can identify just, common items, random stool or maybe a couple of books, but most of the you're just seeing like what would probably be, two maybe 2.5 families worth of people just kind of making their way as quickly as possible down the road.
Are they like children?
You see, I wouldn't say small children, but probably somewhere in the realm between like I may see one or two kids, probably in between the ages of 10 and 12, a boy and a girl.
I think the plan was to just let them pass on by.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and they pay you very little mind, and they
Yes, very little or no mind.
they pay very little mind. It's just like they notice that, especially like in terms of Vika and Parrot, and say that they kind of give them like a quick once over and kind of speedily walk a little bit more quickly as they identify them. But they don't pay really any mind to you or Ismark or Lyndon, or even Matilda for that matter.
Racists.
They look at the monster people and clutch their purses and walk faster.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, we can see how they feel about furries.
If.
Yeah, they just
God, terrible.
We'll effort. That's real bad.
You should not be proud of that.
Oh, trust me, I'm not.
But yeah, they after 10 to 15, after about a good 5 to 6 minutes, you don't even hear their steps as they have get enough distance to get out of ear. Yeah, that happened. All right.
That encounter is handled.
Yep. Nothing there.
Well, that was easy enough.
All right. So that's another 2 dice. Roll more, and then that'll be midday. Okay. Yeah, midday. That's been the only encounters that you've had. You keep seeing small fauna and flora sparsely across. You see maybe a random squirrel or rabbit, in the brush, or a random flower that sparsely in sparse locations. Your typical wildflowers. All right, going into the afternoon.
Sales is going to break the silence real quick.
Sure.
Does anybody among us have a way to see past illusory magic? Or know of an item that might be able to help us in that if we could find such a thing. I feel like that would alleviate a great deal of problems that we've had so far.
That is definitely not in my bailiwick.
Not even a little bit.
Hard no for me.
Fuck. Okay. And I headcanon that we just go back into silence from there.
Now that we have fully announced our greatest weakness as a group, let us continue.
I will try to manifest the ability to do something about that.
You just wish really, really hard.
Yeah. You say that, but that's really what I do.
Good grief. Alright, so about. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. About an hour after that conversation happens. Are you freaking kidding me with this?
Is it another 6 werewolves?
No, we're good actually.
Okay.
No, I thought it was.
Doesn't sound like it.
I thought it was another grave. I'm like, how the hell did I roll that number twice in one night?
That grave was a lot.
Yeah.
That grave understood its assignment and it did its job.
It really did.
And did it proudly.
All right.
That grave was more dangerous than a broom.
God.
No fucking broom.
All right. Anyone who's in the front?
Probably
That
me.
it.
I would probably be in the front with him.
Yeah, I would probably be pretty close to the front.
Okay. The person who would probably take point. I need you to make a wisdom. Sorry, I need to make you a survival check.
If I roll another natural 1. No, that's a 21.
Oh, good. You were able to just catch at the glint of your eyes something covered in some leaves, and you're able to spot a wolf trap. It's yeah.
That's not so great. So people are trapping wolves up here.
Well, better wolf trap than actual wolf.
Is it like a normal sized wolf trap? Like it's not like.
Yeah, it's a regular sized hunting trap that you would see that would capture any large animal. I mean, the difference of this is that you can tell that the steel jaws are caked with rust, and it looks like it's missing like some of the actual bits on top are either bent or missing because of overuse.
It's like a regular trap, only dire.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see just middle of the road, just kind of lying there.
In the middle of the road that the whole last family like ostensibly just went through.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like a good place for this. Maybe we should I will try to clear it off the path.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand, or if you have like, I guess I don't know if thieves will be any good here, right? But yeah, probably just a sleight of hand, just to see if you can just disarm it well enough.
All right, that's a 24.
Yeah, I mean you've seen dozens of these. You actually used to use similar traps of various sizes back at home, so
I have indeed.
yeah, you disabled it, and you can keep it or you can chuck it to the side. Either way, it's just a regular.
No, we'll keep it actually.
Okay. But yeah, aside from that, nothing else of interest on the road. Yep. All right. You guys make it through, and through another day of travel, and get ready to set up camp for the night. And go ahead and make me a survival check on whoever's helping up set up camp for the night.
Let's try it again.
Another natural 1.
Natural 20, so 24.
Jesus.
17.
Sorry, this is survival to find a spot
I'm
for
still
the
doing this.
Oh God. All right. Yeah. Until the Emperor, kind of steer Quinn in the right direction on that.
Get fucking worse.
Well, we all know that Tilda is going to make the best wife here.
I love how I rolled a 21 to find the trap and then a 7 to set up camp.
Tilda is the best camp setter upper. She is now the camp cook.
Oh shit.
It's an honor.
As long as I get to be chief of the bonfire.
Uh, so yeah, you guys are able to again set up a pretty good spot to keep the visuals down and draw as little attention to your camp as possible. And you know, around the campfire, you can kind of see that Ismark and Arena are just quietly, trying looking around the group and not making eye contact for too long. They kind of feel a bit uneasy about being with the group at this point.
Because we keep having aroused, isn't it?
Tonight it's going to be a gravestone and a fucking broom.
All right. Anything that you guys wish to talk about, discuss, or do anything before we start the watch cycle again?
As we're all sitting around the fire, I'm just gonna kind of like sheepishly mutter, "Friends."
Friends.
I'm gonna like try to put my wing out in like a fist bump motion for you.
All right, fist bump.
I will squawk excitedly.
To be fair, we're not just friends. These are my family. They saved my life, and they got me out of some serious peril.
You get it. too.
But just to be clear, doesn't mean that family can't go completely blarney and get angry at each other from time to time, especially when you care about each other enough. I can see it. I hope you all can see that underneath the undercurrents of things of why I'm a bit upset about certain things.
My wing's still out for a fist bump.
Oh, I bump you, I suppose.
I suppose.
Not knowing what that means.
I'm gonna look at the rest
I'm
of
just
you.
gonna look at Parrot and go, and raise my hand to fist bump.
No, you're not allowed to use that here.
I actually didn't even think about it before I did that, but it makes it better.
Sorry, guys. Okay, yes, fist bump for you too. I'm gonna look at the rest of you guys. Friends?
Is this normal custom for your people?
I will fist bump the bird.
I will.
I'm so sorry. That was the funniest sentence I've heard in my life.
I will fist bump the bird.
Vika looks very confused and goes to do the same, but probably uses a bit too much strength.
I will definitely recoil a little bit and still squawk excitedly. Whoa! And then I'm gonna look at Quinn, hold my fist out, or my wing out.
All right, so who's taking the first watch?
But you and I quit.
I'm still standing there.
Give it up, little feathered friend. It will not happen. And I just pat Parrot on the head.
I thought Luke said he fist bumped at the bird. I thought I heard that.
No, that was Atrig.
That was
I
me.
saying your name wrong, I'm sorry.
That was me copying the thing that he had said. Parroting, you might even say.
Boo!
Oh.
All right, so
Well,
Salif and I'll take the first watch.
I will take second with Linden, yes?
Then that leads me for third.
2.
All right, that sounds good.
Both Ismark and Arena feel a little bit more at ease watching the antics of Parrot, and they're like, "Yeah." Ismark kind of runs, "Yeah, I guess that's kind of how it goes. Sometimes you have your good moments and your bad moments, and then you have these funny moments, and you know, for the first time in what would seem like days, Arena finally lets out a slight grin, and she just nods her head, and she's like, maybe, this isn't so bad. All right, so you guys all set up for your watches then?
I'll take oddball one, by the way. Sorry, I was eating.
No, no worries.
Which one are you taking?
It doesn't matter. Second one. There we go. Because I think I'm the odd one out anyway right now. So.
Does anyone in the party not have dark vision?
I do not. Regular ass human.
I have magical dark vision, so I can see through even magic.
I don't think I do.
Just reading
I
over
thought
this,
Goliath did.
I think Goliath does.
Do you?
I was just
Okay.
reading through the spell book and I noticed that dark vision.
It doesn't say it on your page though, so I'm assuming
Exactly.
You must
Yeah.
not. I thought they did, but I guess not.
Yeah, I thought I did too, but then I was looking at it. Apparently not.
Yeah, they do not. Interesting.
Oh.
Good to know.
All right, time to.
So they're not stacked together, right? We have.
At least one person in each group has dark vision.
Okay, that's what I needed. Okay.
I think. Wait, no. Who's
Yeah, because I'm with Etrix.
because Seelith is with Quinn, and then I am with Lyndon, who does not, and then Etrix and Matilda.
Well, then I'll be with Egypt and Matilda.
Well,
Right.
I have dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. I'm sorry.
So you can go wherever you like, because at least one person in each pairing has dark vision.
Okay, number 2 then. I'm group number 2.
What
right.
race is Dietrich?
That's a
Ooh, okay.
lineage.
That's a secret, is what I was about to say.
Oh, it's not really a secret. I'm just custom lineage. I couldn't think of the word of it. I mean, human has spent too much time in the dark.
I'm trying to say something about how I live my life.
All right. Well,
It's a little too close to home.
all right. Well, let's see what the night has. And on night watch one, as soon as about half an hour to 45 minutes after everyone hits the hay. All right. What do we got? Encounter. Random encounter number 9. What the hell's with my low rolls tonight? Jesus. Ugh, okay. All right, whoever's on the first watch, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh, it's me. Natural 20 for a 24.
18.
Okay, yeah, you both see this. You barely spot it in the silhouette of the darkness. You make out a small. You're not entirely sure what type of bird, but you see a bird that flies overhead, and it drops something, but you're not able to discern about 10 to 15 feet ahead of you.
These fucking ravens. Crossbow out. Go and I'm gonna motion, like, give Salith the hand signals, and I will go and see what it dropped.
I'll stand within range of Quinn to help, but also not get blown up by the same thing he might.
Oh, goody. All right. All right. So, Quinn, you go ahead and venture out, and above you, in a low-hanging branch, you see a satchel that looks like it's made of some fine type of felt or velvet. It's probably about probably as big as your as a small ball, like for our terms, probably the size of of a grapefruit or something of that size. Just kind of just hanging from a string that just kind of got caught on a branch.
So it's a bag about the size of a grapefruit, you said?
Yeah.
I'll carefully inspect it to see if there's any sort of like danger of it if I were to like poke at it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Or my natural 20s now? 10.
As far as you can tell, it just looks like, it was being carried and got dropped and is on said branch. Nothing too odd
Alright,
about
I'm
that.
gonna see if there's anything inside of it.
Yep. As you grab it and you peer into it, I'll put this in campaign info. You see a hand mirror on the back with a bronze depiction of a Medusa.
Oh, good. Is there
This
anything
seems
like? Is there anything like funky about it other than the bronze depiction of a Medusa and mirror in this?
You can go and roll an investigation.
Uh. Nothing I can tell, I don't think.
Oh wow, that is.
I'll come closer and whisper, "Should I wake the others?" and look over his shoulder at what he's looking at.
Hard to tell. This bag's pretty fancy, right? Right.
So,
There's nothing in it other than this mirror. I don't think. What do you make of it?
do I recognize the head as like having significance, or just that it's a creature like a gargan? Like it's just one of these things.
You can go and roll an investigation as well, Salith.
18.
Ooh, yeah. As you're inspecting the mirror, you can kind of see on the handle that there's a set of initials on it. You have to bring it a little bit closer to the light, but you end up seeing. Let me double check.
Sorry, can I make one note?
What's that?
I'd like to be careful to not look at my reflection in the mirror.
Oh, of course.
Just because that seems like some how you'd curse a mirror.
Yeah. You basically see towards the base of the mirror where the handle is. You see a F and a W and a nice kind of cursive type lettering. It's really well done. You can tell that the handwriting is pretty nice, but that's the only thing that you see on there is just a very nice calligraphy of an F and a W.
Presumably, knowing everybody's last name, that's not any of our initials, correct?
Yeah, my initials are SVZ. Wait.
Is anybody W?
I don't-
SA.
No one has a surname beginning with W as far as we know.
Okay.
I wonder who this is meant to belong to. I don't think that this is worth waking the others, but we definitely want to spread the word when
Fair.
they when we get them. But let's keep our eye out in case there are any other wayward birds.
All right. So for the first watch, everything is golden afterwards. No more birds, no more random trinkets dropped in front of you. All right, and first watch ends, and second shift. You guys want to discuss anything during the watch?
I'm going to make sure I go over with them what got dropped.
Was it another raven?
Didn't get a good look at the bird, but probably.
Sorry, another? Am I misremembering something?
We explained this to you, I think. When we met the doctor, it was after Raven dropped off this thing, and then we were taken by the mist to a house.
Okay.
Something to do with lots of birds. I don't know.
Okay.
But the whole thing started with Raven.
Makes sense.
In fairness, I do not know how much any of that made sense, but there it is.
I got the intent.
Yeah. Just be extra wary of ravens around.
All right. Anything else to discuss before second watch takes over? Okay. All right. Second watch. Let's see what happens on your guys' stuff. Oh, good there.
So we still have these items in our possession, correct? Like the bag and the mirror?
Yeah.
Okay.
And last dice roll for... Okay. Nothing happens on second watch. All right. Second watch. Anything to relay or you want to relay over to third watch?
I will. Have we covered if Dr. Etrex can identify things? Yes, because
Yes.
he identified the cloak.
Yes.
I will talk to him about identifying the mirror to see if it is cursed or anything else.
Are you doing that at the end of your shift, or are you just waking me up?
It will be when we switch places.
Okay.
During the second watch, I use my psionic power to let Vika and Parrot know what's up with my psionic power.
Vika definitely flinches every time you talk to her in her head. Like, she is not on board with this at all and feels very uncomfortable.
And just, when I spell it out, I'm like, I think this is good for, tactics if we're like, basically like keeping quiet at night so that way they don't hear us talking.
Is there a way to make it feel less slimy in my brain?
The good news is I can only use it on so many people at a time, so I'll keep in mind that you might be the last person that needs to know. But when we're on watch together, I think it's a good idea to have this type of communication going on at night. But yes, there's nothing I can do to make things feel less slimy.
That is unfortunate.
So for clarification on my understanding of this ability, does it allow like just three-way telepathic conversations?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Very useful. And for a long time too.
Yeah.
1d6 hours technically. So I'm supposed to roll every time I do it, but because I'm basically using this whole like scenario to try to like get everybody up to hilt with like, this is something that I can do.
I like it.
Without the people that are hanging out with us knowing.
Yeah.
In complete fairness, out of character, super cool ability. Vika is just not on board with creepy voices in her head.
This is who you are now.
All right. Anything else?
She was there with the fighting the elephant. She does not like creepy voices in the head.
These are the dark powers that I have been granted to take care of the dark powers that are going to kill everything. Then we are going to take full advantage of it, in my opinion. As strange, as horrible as it might seem.
I just wish it felt less like worms in my brain.
Trust me, I wish I didn't project tentacles out of my body.
I
Well,
also wish that.
Evidently.
But if nothing else happens in our watch, that's all. That's all I want to do at that time there.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, unless Vika or Parrot have anything else to add on to the conversation.
Just this last night, I am just concerned that we should be taking very. We should be n- more cautious than normal, just because we are in a very dangerous place. And as for potentially ending your life, it is a difficult subject. It is not something that I wish for in any way, but it is just, as I told Quinn when I was infected, it is better to die when you are still yourself than to become a monster and become everything that you hate.
Oh, I understand, Vika. It's a touchy subject for all of us in that you know we all come from a bad place and a dark place. I've had my freedom taken away from me more times than I would have liked, and that means any one time that my freedom has been taken from me, I've been very not much happy about it. As for, as I said, I had Sailor with me here. We had a discussion. We made a decision. It was our call. I clearly Quinn found something earlier tonight. He didn't wake us up immediately, so he made his own call. I know there's trust issues that are bounding among us right now, but let's be perfectly clear. I have every intent. I have not shown any true harm against any of you yet.
You have not, but you have also frozen in terror or madness in the past, and it is just. This is us taking precaution. Because we do not know when it might happen again. And it would be better for us to be conscious should something like that happen.
Well,
Things affect you greatly. This is side effect of horrible things that you have experienced. There is no shame in this. But it just means that you must adapt and come to rely on others a bit more.
Friends.
I get what you're saying. I mean, it's not like I made any decision out of spite last night. It was just a decision that me and Salif made, and we thought it was well, we thought it was the best decision. It turned out to be it was what it was. I won't make the same mistake again.
All right. I am sorry that things have become so difficult with us, with all of us. Know that Finn is not doing anything that he does out of malice. He does it for the same reasons that anyone does, that he has been hurt and he is wary. Anyone bitten by snake would be wary of snakes, even if the snake is an entirely different species. Yes?
Hopefully, it keeps us all quite alive. I've been with Quinn long enough to know how he operates and how well, nothing will ever be easy, and he has every right to be that way.
And what you said about the boy in the church, that will haunt me for the rest of my life, just like every other one that I've had to put down. This is not something that I look forward to. It is not something that I like, and it is something that I wish would never happen again. But it will. It always will until the last monster is dead. There will always be victims. Victims who have done nothing wrong, but if left alone, will turn on others.
I just hope you don't think that you have to take all that burden on your own. There's other people we could do things together, but as it was, trust me, I was there too. I participated in that unfortunate event. and it was something that I believed had to be done as well. So I'm not, once again, I'm not critical of what happened. It was just, well, as I said, I'm smart enough to have a memory of things that have happened, and I tend not to forget things too. I know you're doing the best you can. All of us are. And I just hope that you respect that we're all trying to handle things the best as we can.
Very well. But in the future, for both of us, yes, communication. Communication is paramount.
I mean, we didn't not tell you there was a gravestone. We just told you when we when we were ready to wake you up, because we didn't deem it a threat at the time.
I understand.
If we find out that this mirror after we wake up Etrix is like, a portal to another dimension, we're not going to be critical of Quinn not waking us up and getting this whole ritual done right
I would
away. Are we?
absolutely be critical of Quinn if it opened up a portal and swallows us to some sort of hell. So, in fairness, if that happened, it might be an improvement.
Well, hopefully Atrix doesn't find out anything is Blarney or anything of that nature.
This whole place is blarney.
I just want to get to this damn town and figure out what's next.
All right, I think that is all.
Yeah.
Is good.
All right.
Eterex, it's your turn. Wake up.
What? Yes. I'll sit up. Did anything happen?
Oh, something did happen, and we're gonna have you look at something if you have the time or the unction to do so.
What am I looking at?
This is a mirror that a bird dropped, apparently.
Oh, let me see it. Take the mirror and just give me a moment, and I'll
was-
cast identify.
Somebody told us not to look straight at it because there's a depiction of something of a nasty monster on there.
Yeah, I'll just hold it in my hands and cast identify.
Yeah, there's no magical properties to it. It's just a well done, detailed hand mirror. Nothing special about it except for the engraving.
It seems to be a mirror. That is all.
Right. I'm going to knock off. That sounds wonderful. That's the best news we've had in a day.
Agreed. Vika is stripping out of her armor and preparing to go to sleep. It takes her a while. The armor is not simple.
I'll help you out as much as I can.
All right. Well, let's see if we get lucky and at least get one actual encounter today. Hour 1. Hour 2. Oh, look! Hey, let's see what we get for the last encounter for probably today.
Depending on when that happens during the watch, after I identify on it, out of my own just general curiosity, I want to use, just in case it might be a cursed item that I can't identify, I want to use minor alchemy on it and change like the handle from metal to stone to see if it works.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just do that. There we go. All right. Go ahead and Matilda and Etrix, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
19.
17.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys get an hour past your watch, you end up hearing a shifting sound, like as if it was kind of like dry grass moving upon, like, if you would see like hay kind of just being tumbled down a hill or something to that effect.
I will cast Mage Armor.
Yeah, I have my axe ready to go just in case something happens.
Oh, do I not have just a... Wow. It's kind of surprising. They didn't have that in... Hmm. That's weird. I thought I had that as a token, but apparently... Sorry, I'm trying to see if I even have this in a... See if I have a token, but it was just named differently. Otherwise, this might take a minute. I doubt it's going to be in that. No.
Sorry, what was the result of Hayes' alchemy experiment? Or has that not been mentioned yet?
Oh, it was successful. He was able to transmute.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so yeah, it's just a mirror. I've
Yeah, that part is gonna be as close as I'm gonna get tonight with that. So I'm just gonna rename this token real quick. Oops. All right. All right, Etrix and Matilda, you're able to see as they're getting close. Let me see here. Is that too far? Okay, I need to back them up a smidge. Let's back them up. All right. So as you guys are keeping watching, you hear the sound of like shuffling grass up top of the top of the environment. You end up seeing a mess of what appears to be scarecrows walking towards you, but with eyes that are burning red and moving towards your general vicinity.
Well, I will shout everyone awake.
Oh yeah, I'm yelling.
All right, and yeah, we should get this done. These things don't hit hard and don't have a whole lot of health, so I think you guys can kill these pretty quick. All right, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
I assumed that we did not have time to put on armor.
No.
Since that takes a while. Yep. Okay.
11.
3.
Oh, now I get a good roll. 21.
19.
Quinn is gone for a moment. So I'm gonna roll for him. That is a 13 for Quinn.
13 for Quinn. Okay, so I have 11 for Vika, 13 for Quinn, 22 for Lyndon, 3 for Matilda, 21 for Parrot, 19 for Salith, and 11 for Etrix. All right, let's go in and start. Lyndon, you get to start us off.
Even though I was asleep, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, I wake up, I'm not in my armor, I believe. What's going on?
Some scarecrows are appearing to get you guys, and as you guys are sleeping.
Is there a scarecrow within 60 feet of me?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is there a? Hold on. Oh, there's a map. Oh, there's 6 of these things. Oh my goodness. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna move back here, and yeah, I'll throw some psychic shenanigans at Scarecrow number 3. Um, so I'll move a little bit away with my movement action. Actually, no. Oh, is Tilda up? She's awake right now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're on your feet. All right, so I'll move. I'll get up out of my sleep, move, duck behind you here. I'll make a hide check, wherever that's at. Although I guess I only get one. That's right. I'm sorry. I forgot how to play my character. I'll just take advantage and then attack because I don't need to. I don't need to hide anymore for the advantage if I want to do that.
Okay.
I guess I have advantage on this. Oops. Does a 18 hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't know why my computer is so slow at this stuff. And I've rolled 2 snake eyes. It's hilarious. 8 damage for you.
8 damage total? Okay.
And this is psychic damage.
Okay.
And that was my turn. So I did the bonus action to gain advantage and then just shot. There we are. Okay.
Alright, Parrot.
Alrighty. I am going to kind of try to swing down back over here and fire off at Scarecrow 3 right here.
Okay.
Just actually, no, I'm going to cast Hex on Scarecrow 3.
Okay.
And then fire Eldritch Blast at it. That is. Oh, that's definitely going to hit, I'm pretty sure. 25.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's my good rolls. And that is 13 points of force damage, 2 points of fire damage, and. Oh, wrong. 4 points of necrotic. I think necrotic, right? Yeah, necrotic.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Alrighty. Scarecrow number.
Oh, and it has sorry, that would be. Let's do wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
As its disadvantage.
Sounds good. Alright, where's Scarecrow number 1? Okay. How much does it have? Oh, okay. You know what, I'm going to unsnap this from the grid so I can just line this up. Alright, this one's going to just hop on over to Quinn. He's going to try to attack him with his claw.
How awake are we? I wasn't here when things started happening.
Not very.
You got an announcement that they were here. It was not a surprise, so.
Okay, so I'm on my feet.
Half awake.
But on my feet?
Yeah, you're probably you're on your feet.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and that's just I'm assuming that 22 is going to hit you, right?
Without my armor on, no, that misses.
Oh,
Of course
that-
it hits.
Alright, that's going to be 5 points of slashing damage from one claw and its second claw attack. I'm pretty sure 10 going to hit you?
No.
Okay, yeah. Alright, that was Scarecrow 1. Salith.
Sailor's gonna say, "Alright, you two know what to do," and I will twin, enlarge, reduce on Vika and Matilda. Well, enlarge, not. And go forth, kick ass, and I'll run away. And it's my turn.
So Vika and Matilda are both large sized creature right now.
Yeah. I think Goliaths are already large. Is that a thing?
No, they're medium.
They're still
They
medium.
were considered large in Pathfinder and 3.5, but not in 5e. Everything in 5e is smaller medium.
And they also get the carry weight of a size higher. That's what it is.
Yes.
Oof.
They can push, carry, and drag something as if they were large.
They're strong. Alright. Anything, so that was it for Salith, right? The double cast thing?
Yeah. I cannot wait to replace that with haste.
Alright.
Holy.
Scarecrow
That's
number
disgusting.
2.
Alright. Bring it, bitches.
Yep. Same thing. Let's. 8's not gonna hit, and oh well, sure that 20's gonna hit.
Natural 20, eh?
Well, not nat 20.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yes.
You are not critically scarecrowed.
All right, 4 points of slashing.
Alright.
All right, and then number 3. Okay. All right. It's gonna try to attack the Vika because it's very large in a charge. 19 hit the Vika.
Oh yeah, I have no armor.
Okay, that's 3 points of slashing. Second attack. 16 gonna hit you.
What was that?
16.
Everything at 11 or above. They roll
Oh.
a 10 or higher, basically.
Damn. So that's another 4 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, I am fully reliant on my armor.
Cool. Then we are on Scarecrow number 4.
Barbarian supremacy.
Yeah, I'm longing for a barbarian or a monk right now.
All right, this one's gonna try attack Ismark. Who I need to bring up his stat sheet. Okay. Oh
Did you
shit!
roll initiative for them too?
I did. How much does Splint give you? Is that +3 or +4?
How much does what?
Splint armor.
6.
Oh, 6 for Splint.
I think.
Jeez.
Yeah, Splint is 16.
Damn. Okay, so his is about as low as Vika's then. Wow. All right.
Splint is 17.
Oh, well.
Because it doesn't allow any of your decks to apply.
Didn't matter. Roll a freaking 18 on his ass.
But that's if they're wearing armor in their sleep. So
They're
Which
not.
would mean taking points of exhaustion. So yeah.
He's trying to back it off of his character sheet is what he's doing.
All right, so that's 8, 6. Damn. Ismark just took 14 points of slashing damage.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Yeah. All right, Quinn.
Well, shit. I guess I've got 2 of them here. Well, I'm going to pull out the silvered sword, and I'm going to use my bonus action to Crimson Right it. And I am going to take my flaming silver sword and I will attack Scarecrow 1. Why not? Does a 26 hit it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, that is 10 points of slashing damage with a piercing damage with a silver weapon, and an additional 4 points of fire damage.
Okay, and that's
That's about as much damage as I can possibly do with an attack.
a fair amount of damage.
But because I use my bonus for my Crimson Right, I cannot crossbow attack this turn. So that's what I've got.
All right, Dr. Etrix.
One second, sorry, I'm not trying to move that much. Well, I will turn to Matilda and cast Magic Weapon on her sword.
Woo!
And that'll be my turn.
Ash.
All right.
So your weapon is magical and it's +1.
Ooh.
All right. Nothing else. Vika.
All right. Well. I am going to.
Gotta do the voice.
Yeah, I am going to do the voice in a moment. I am going to let out a deep bestial roar and activate Giant's Might.
Is this double wide Jaka?
Unfortunately, not in that order. It has to be enlarge, then, or it has to be Giant's Might, then enlarge, because Giant's Might just makes me large size.
Ah, okay.
So I am still the same size, but I hit a little harder. Then I will. This is difficult. I will. Fuck it. I'm going to take swing at the scarecrow in front of me.
Number of thrusts.
The ones that took a slash at me. Oof. 13.
That'll hit.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
So it is. Oh, this is good. 13, 14 damage with my giant silver glaive.
Dead. You pretty much made it a tender.
And that is really all I can do.
Its Tinder profile is a mess.
All right, Ismark's turn. He's going to take a swing at the one that attacked him. That'll hit. Okay, and that is Scarecrow number 4. What level is he again? Let's double check here. Oh, okay. So he actually... Okay, there he does get to attack twice, so... Huzzah! That'll hit. All right. Okay, and that's his turn. So Scarecrow number 5. This one, okay, so I need to have her do a wisdom saving throw. What's her wisdom at? Okay, +2. cool. Can I see what? Okay, she's good. So the Scarecrow tried to use a terrifying glare on her to paralyze her, and ended up she ended up breaking out of that. So that was that one's, and the final one, number 6. 18 hit the good doctor.
Wait 1 second. Let me see my character sheet. I will cast shield, so it won't not.
Okay.
That spell is amazing.
It is. Alright, well, it gets a second attack, so 20 hit ya.
Yes, it just hits with shield.
But snake eyes, so 3 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
And then it's Irina's turn. Let's see here.
Oh wait, I need to roll a Constitution check to see if I keep my magic weapon up.
Oh!
Constitution save. Natural 1.
No!
Well, magic weapon lasted a long time.
Irina hits. Okay, so that is 2. Irina strikes with him with the rapier, so first attack lands. Ends up dealing that much damage. Second attack. That's a miss. Okay, Matilda.
Oof. Okay, I'm gonna go around to the one in front of Etrix and swing at it.
Sounds good.
20 hit,
Yep.
You have reach, don't you?
17 damage.
Oh, Jesus.
That's my turn.
Okay, back to the top. Lyndon.
Guess Mark did some damage to one of his. There's 2 on Quinn. I should probably. Which is the one that Quinn set on fire?
That would be Scarecrow number 4 or 1. Yeah, sorry.
All right, I'll move out of the way of enlarged Vika here, and I'll take main attack on Scarecrow 1. Without advantage, I'll probably take a bonus attack as well. Nice. 23 hits.
Yep.
So 11 damage psychic with that attack.
Okay.
And then I'll use my bonus offhand attack to attack the same one if it's still up.
Yep, still up.
21 hits there. And this one is looks like another 6 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, just a whole slurry of 2 tentacle swipes flying out and hitting Scarecrow number 1.
Excellent. Anything else from our psychic fiend?
That is me.
Parrot.
Alrighty. I'm going to use my bonus action to move Hex to the one next to Irina, number 5.
Okay.
So that one. And then I start a blast. Okay, so 19 to hit.
Yep.
That is 10 points of force, 2 points of fire, and 5 points of necrotic.
Alrighty.
And that is my turn. I'm going to stay hidden kind of behind. I guess I'll move over just a little bit to kind of get out of their way, but stay hidden behind these two.
Sounds good. Alright, Scarecrow numero uno. Attack the queen. Yeah, 6 is not going to hit the queen. A 19 will. 7 points of slashing damage. Alright, that's it for that one. Salith.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who was that to?
You, Quinn.
Cool.
How fucked up is Quinn looking? I feel like the answer is very.
Fairly.
Fairly? That's not too bad.
Not so bad it couldn't be better, but not so bad that it couldn't be worse.
It can always be worse.
Okay. I will run over to Quinn and healing word him. By that I mean cure wounds. Ooh, 12 health.
Woo!
Roll.
How much was it?
12. And I will go back. That's my turn, I believe.
Okay. Alright, Scarecrow numero dos. Where the hell are you? Okay, that's also attacking Quinn. 18.
That hits.
4 points of slashing.
Alright.
Second attack. 19. And
Oh, yeah.
5 points of slashing.
So it's 5 and 3?
According to the log, it is 5 and 5. Or sorry, 5 and 6. That's it for that one.
Still a net gain of 1.
I didn't hear no bell. Alright, so that's Scarecrow number 3. Number 4. That's the one from Ismark. That's going to hit. It's 3 points of damage for that. And second attack. That's going to hit. And another 4 points of slashing damage. Alright, to Quinn.
Alright, well, more of the same. Well, my attack is going to be... Screw it. My attack is going to be with my, with a silver sword. That's a 25 to hit.
Yup.
6 points of piercing damage. Along with... 4 points of fire damage.
And it drops.
So just for clarification, the unarmored people that usually have armor are Quinn and Vika mainly.
Oh, I have studded leather armor. It's +2. Vika's the one in the heavy ass armor.
Oh yeah, it's just heavy armor that gives you thing. Okay.
Well, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to take my crossbow, my hand crossbow, and hit the other guy in my face, Scarecrow 2.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
And that's 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
No fire, alas. Alright, that is the end of my turn.
All right, Dr. Etrix.
Will move over here, angle myself in a line, and I will upcast Tasha's Caustic Brew down this line.
Oh.
How do I actually roll this in a... Oh, it's a dex save. So they all have to make dex saves, 14s.
14. Okay. All right. So Scarecrow number 4 fails. Scarecrow number 5 saves, and Scarecrow number 6 saves.
Okay. So one of them, whichever one didn't save, is covered in acid, and it takes 4d4 acid damage at the start of every one of its turns.
4d4? Damn.
Yep. It can spend an action to wipe it off. Or the concentration is supposed to get knock it out of concentration, but yeah. Which one is the one that's affected? Oh, the red one.
This one here, number 4.
And then I will. So I move from here. That was 6 feet to here, so 6 feet. I'll move 20 feet this way and take that attack opportunity.
Okay. 12 hit you?
Does not.
Okay. No, that was the attack of opportunity. All right, anything else?
That is my turn.
Okay. Vika.
Alright. Seeing Kvin getting rather beaten up. Vika comes over to Scarecrow number 2 and see will oh right, I'm supposed to be doing the voice, I forgot. I am giant.
Only half as deep.
What was that?
Doesn't need to be quite as deep.
So
is what I was saying.
about there. Not so deep, but somewhere about there. Alright, so Vika will take swing at Scarecrow with glaive. Oh, 19.
Yep.
26 to hit. And will it's not great. 13 damage. And will activate how much has this been hit? This one?
It's only taken 1 hit from Quinn.
Okay. So yeah, will activate a fire rune with on the hit. Must make a strength saving throw, DC 13.
It succeeds.
All right. Well, it takes an extra 2d6 fire damage, and it is not restrained.
Oh, so okay. So you're adding an additional 2d6 fire damage to that?
Yes. Oh, wow. I just rolled 2 6s. This is exciting. So 12.
Oh, yeah.
Still up?
No, you dropped it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for some reason I thought that it had to fail to save for that, but I noticed, like, this time when I looked at it, it says target takes an extra 2d6 fire damage, and it must succeed. Like,
Damn.
on a strength saving throw or be restrained. So it just takes the damage, but is not necessarily restrained. So, good to know.
Okay. It's Ismark's turn. Yep, that'll hit. Okay, that's Scarecrow number 4. Okay, second attack. Yep. Okay. Dishes out 2.2 attacks, and alright, so let's see here. So we have 1, 2, and 3 dead. So make sure that reflects that. Okay, so that leaves. Okay, so we're on Scarecrow number 5. He's gonna try the gaze. Oh, never mind, can't do the gaze. Alright, just standard attack. Oh, nat 1! Look at that. And another nat 1! Okay, he obviously sucks at being a Scarecrow. Alright, Scarecrow number 6. Try to attack the Prebe. Matilda. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, that'd be 5 points of slashing damage. Second. 7 probably isn't going to hit you.
No.
Okay. Irina's turn. Yep. That's number 5, so that one's going to take that much. Yep, and damn. Okay. Alright, Matilda's turn.
I'm gonna hit the one that just hit me.
What happened there, Sal? Did she hit it at all, or?
Yeah, she hit it twice.
Okay.
24 to hit.
Yep.
12 damage.
Okay. Alright, anything else?
And that's all I'm gonna do. Nope, that's it.
Alright. Lyndon.
I totally forgot to add 1d4 extra damage because Satch just reminded me about that.
Oh, do it real quick.
Yep, giant mood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wind up 2 attacks at the
2.
Scarecrow number 5.
Okay, go ahead and do your attacks out.
– 13 hit.
Yep. And which one are you targeting? Number 4 or 5?
Number 5.
Okay.
One that's on Arena.
Okay.
Hey, there we are. So 15 psychic damage on the first one.
Oh, yep. Done.
That's enough for that one.
Yep.
Okay. I will then use my bonus attack. I'll attack the one that's on Ismark. 15 hits.
Yep.
All right. Nice. 7 more damage.
Okay.
You're just letting my tentacle powers fly.
Dirty.
All right. Parrot.
Looks like we got this thing under control now.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go for Scarecrow number 6, so I'll move my hex over to that with my bonus action, and then Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And 24 to hit, I'm assuming does so.
Mhm.
Ooh. 13 points of force, 2 points of fire, and 2 points of necrotic. And that is my turn.
Oof. Okay. Yeah. That one's smoking a little bit. Salif.
Scarecrow 4 alive currently.
Yep. 4.
What does this triangle indicate again?
It's supposed to be hex. I thought I cleared it.
He's going to take 44 acid damage at the beginning of his turn.
Oh, that's right. That's what that one was.
Covered in acid.
Ray of Frost. Geet. Hold on 1 second. That's technically a 9, but I think I have a little thing that I can do. Yeah, he's favored by the gods and add 2d4 to that. Let's see how that goes. Oh, so that's 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
There we go. That's what we like to see. 7 damage. Frost, cold damage.
All right. To number 4.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's going to be it for me.
Okay. So, is that the start of the turn the acid thing procs?
The start of its turn.
Okay. You said it was 46?
44.
Takes
44.
44. It takes 13 acid
Yeah.
damage.
It just melts. All right. Quinn.
All right. The only one that's left is the one that's on Tilda.
Yep.
All right, fuck it. I'm just going to Crimson Right my crossbow and attack him.
Okay.
It's a natural 1 hit.
No.
And that's all I can do. I'm gonna move around to get a better vantage point, but yeah.
Okay. Etrix.
I'm going to pick a rock off the ground and catapult it at the last scarecrow.
Oh. Okay.
And he's a 14 deck save.
14.
So it saves.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Yep, so I just miss. I just throw a rock right past it, going really fast. That's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Vika.
All right. Well. Vika sort of trundles around, looking for a way to get to things that will not crush others. I mean, will not crush others. Deep voiced Vika. Alright, and we'll take a swing at Scarecrow. $23 to hit.
Yep.
21 damage.
Yeah, just tell me how you feel. This poor thing.
So, he's dead?
Yeah, I was gonna see if you wanted to add some flair when you killed it, but
Just cleave it in half. That
Cleave-
is all.
all right, it did. You managed to clear out the scarecrows in about 30 seconds. All right, so yeah, you guys managed to destroy all the scarecrows, and yeah, if you want, we can leave it there for until next session, or if you want me to kind of wrap it up, I think I would just kind of put you in front of Velaki essentially as the next time you guys approach. I don't know what you guys want to do because it is after 10 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time.
I'm feeling tired, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe just
Good
end it
leaving
with
it here.
us successfully long resting or whatever.
Sure.
If we did.
Yep, so we'll go ahead and finish up your guys' long rest. Nothing happens on the watch, and then we'll pick it up next time on the outskirts of Velaki, and we'll go from there.
Fantastic.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for us tonight. Hope you had a fun time watching us, and we should be back next week with more terrors from Barovia. Catch you later.